let us take into account the next step in understanding of photosynthesis. That is the most important one, and it is mechanism of photosynthesis. Now, when we have to talk about the mechanism, it is better to study the mechanism of photosynthesis, which is quite lengthy one, and of course it is very, very important. It involves biochemistry, it involves a little bit of your knowledge from chemistry itself, it involves few physics concepts, few of them, and what we are going to study is how ultimately we will arrive at the outcome, that is glucose molecule would be obtained from the raw materials. Now, how it takes place inside whatever we have studied, using whatever raw materials we have talked about, that we have to study in the mechanism. Now, when we talk about the mechanism of photosynthesis, it is to be studied in two stages. The two stages that are involved in the mechanism of photosynthesis is, the first one is photochemical phase. So it is better to divide the mechanism of photosynthesis into two phases, out of which the first one is the photochemical phase and the second one is biosynthetic phase. To your relief, in this lesson we are not going to talk about both of them. Why? Because before we understand these two phases, what they are all about, we have to understand a few terms, and this lesson primarily deals with the first term that is to be understood in order to understand this particular phase. Okay, so when we study photosynthesis, it is going to be studied in two phases. As the name suggests, you can make it out, keep the phase word aside. Let's take the first name, that is photochemical. Chemical means some chemistry is being involved, it would be at electrons level probably, and there is the word photo involved, that means sunlight. So there would be a phase of photosynthesis where the sunlight would bring about some chemical changes, and that would be studied as photochemical phase. Moving further, there is another word that is part of the other phase, that is biosynthetic phase. Now keep this thing, bio means something living. Over here we are going to consider that something living would be involved. To your level of understanding, you have to keep in mind that whenever this living thing is coming, from photosynthesis point of view, we have to consider enzymes over here. Okay, why we have used bio? Because bio refers to living, and whenever enzymes are involved, that is something catabolic or anabolic would be taking place. So this is the synthetic phase, which would be involving some sort of metabolism. Now synthesis word is there, that is why we have synthetic, that means synthesis of the organic compound would take place over here. Okay, for now, if you can't relate with what is being talked about in reference to photosynthesis, just keep in mind that the photosynthesis, its mechanism would be studied in two phases. One is photochemical phase, that will have the role of sun and few chemical processes that would be taking place in accordance to the sun energy that is absorbed, and the second phase would involve the activity of enzymes inside the living organelles, and there would be synthesis of organic compound. Alright, so these are the two phases of photosynthesis that you have to study. Now keep this aside. Come to the actual topic of this lesson, that is, we have to come across few terms, and the first term that you come across when you have to study mechanism of photosynthesis, again I am saying keep these things aside, come to the main topic of this lesson, that is a term known as photosynthetic unit. Now, as the name suggests, we are dealing with photosynthesis, so photosynthesis would be taking place inside some unit. As in the case of the practical example you can take, there is a factory or there is an industry over where some product is being produced. So it would be produced, there would be a specific unit in which it would be produced. In the same manner, the photosynthesis that is taking place inside the leaf, inside the chloroplast, there would be a unit which would be working together in order to carry out the process of photosynthesis depending on the mechanism which we are discussing. So the first thing that we discuss is a photosynthetic unit. Firstly, there are many photosynthetic units inside the organelle where photosynthesis is taking place. That means inside the chloroplast we are talking about. Inside the chloroplast, where inside the thylakoids, there are many photosynthetic units. Now, what is a photosynthetic unit? It is the smallest group of pigments. You know, the photosynthetic reaction would take place inside the pigments. So, the pigments are having the smallest group which would be acting as a unit, and that unit would be working for the mechanism of photosynthesis. So we have a photosynthetic unit which is the smallest group of pigments, and it has a reaction center and it has a harvesting pigment molecules. Keep these two aside for now. Come back to this particular point, that the smallest group of pigments which is working for trapping the energy of sunlight. So the pigments have to work for trapping solar energy. Now, once this solar energy has been trapped by this group of pigments, it is to be converted into chemical energy. We'll get into details of the chemistry behind it, but for now, what you have to keep in mind that the energy from photons would be taken up by the smallest group of pigments, and it would be converted into the energy that would be transmitted by electrons. So this is what is done in the photosynthetic unit. This is the work of photosynthetic unit. Talking about what a photosynthetic unit looks like or what its constituents would be, let us see that what it has. Diagrammatically, we are going to observe it and understand what a photosynthetic unit is. Now, you know, in the photosynthetic unit, there is a reaction center or a photocenter. This term is to be remembered. This reaction center is nothing but a chlorophyll A molecule. It is a pigment that is chlorophyll A molecule. It can be denoted as P700 or P680. Just remember these terms. P700 and P680 is the term represented for photocenter, which is a chlorophyll A molecule. Now, what is the use of mentioning these numbers? These numbers are nothing but the wavelength which is absorbed by this photocenter. Now, such is the arrangement of the photocenter that it is fed by harvesting pigment molecules. See, this is the reaction center chlorophyll A. It is fed by harvesting pigment molecules which are almost 200 in number. There would be 200 harvesting pigment molecules which would be present. They would be trapping up the wavelengths which are not otherwise absorbed by this reaction center and passing it to the reaction center. Now, how it looks like, how a photosynthetic unit looks like. Supposedly, this is the chlorophyll A molecule. It absorbs the wavelength of 700 nanometer. This is the reaction center. You have to remember it, or the photocenter you can remember. Okay. Now, this is supplied by lot many harvesting pigment molecules. There are number of harvesting pigment molecules. Now, this harvesting pigment molecules are further divided according to the location. These are of two types, core molecules and antenna molecules. Now, the sunlight comes and falls on the one which is lesser than the wavelength of 700. It comes and fall on these antenna molecules. This is photon that I am showing. It would come and fall on these. They would gain up the energy of photons and their electron would be excited. Okay, for how long it is excited? For around 10 to power minus 9 seconds, such as the short duration. But that excitation is strong enough that these antenna molecules would pass on their energy, the electrons would pass on their energy to the core molecules by the process of resonance. Now you know what is electric resonance from your knowledge of chemistry. So the resonance is responsible for passing on the energy that is being trapped by the antenna molecules, the sun's energy trapped by the antenna molecules. It leads to the excitation of electrons by this antenna molecules. These antenna molecules are nothing but pigments only. Okay, they are pigments, they are cluttered together and they are working as a photosynthetic unit, where one of these molecules is a chlorophyll A molecule that has affinity for a higher wavelength of light, that is around 700. Those wavelengths of sunlight which have a lesser I would say those photons which have a lesser wavelength than of 700, they would be taken up by the antenna molecules. The electrons of the antenna molecules would take up that energy and get excited. They would pass on that energy by resonance to the core molecules and they would come to their lower energy state in the process. Then the core molecules again by the same process would pass on the energy that is taken by the antenna molecules to the photopigment, and this would lead to electron excitation from the photocenter. So this is the photocenter. This entire part other than photocenter is the harvesting complex. This harvesting complex is assisting the photocenter for excitation of electron, and from where the excitation of electron takes place, that particular unit is known as a photosynthetic unit. I hope I am clear now that the photosynthesis takes place inside a smallest unit that is known as a photosynthetic unit, which is a group of pigments, the smallest group of pigments that would act as an entity, where we have a reaction center that takes up the wavelength around 700 or 680 nanometers. All the rest of wavelengths lower than this number would be taken up by the harvesting pigment molecules, which would be working hand in hand with this reaction center to provide it with the energy so that the electron from this chlorophyll A molecule is excited. And why it is excited, that we study in the detailed process of the photochemical phase that we will study later on. But for now, you have to be very clear what